Near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this store. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. Hey, all you mentees, Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And join me today for my overview of the 2000 AD art of Mick Mcmahon Apex Edition. So, let's go ahead and get started. And welcome back, everybody. So what we're looking at here is the latest Apex Edition, the 2000 AD art of Mick Mcmahon. And here we have 2000 AD featuring Judge Dredd. This is a cover, of course. Universal Havoc. It's the Platinum Horde's Last Stand. And Apex Edition are these big, beautiful hardcovers. The 2000 AD art of Mick Mcmahon, Apex Edition, and then the 2000 AD logo down there. And then there's a picture of Slain and 2000 AD Rebellion logo. Now, there is a slipcase edition that has been released, but that one is only available through the website. This is the standard edition. This Apex edition retails for $125.99, while the slipcase edition, like I said, that is exclusive to the web store, is $201.99. But everything on the inside is the same. Now, to give you an idea how big this book is, I wanted to compare it to the size of a big, beautiful library edition. So these are about as tall as the Absolute editions out of their slipcase. But to kind of give you an idea of how big these books are. And they are big books. Now, this might seem like deja vu to you because I've done an Apex Edition book for Mick Mcmahon. But it wasn't 2000 AD. It was the Judge Dredd by Mick Mcmahon. So if you want to check out that video, I'll put the link above. This is mainly focusing on his other work outside of Judge Dredd. We might see the Judge in here, maybe. But we will find out together as we look through some of these big, beautiful pages. All right, let's go ahead and crack this big book open. Wow, that is so freaking awesome. One of my favorite things that I loved about the Judge Dredd by Mick McMahon was the evolution of his Judge Dredd. How skinny and small he looked, and then how he ended up looking like that really rough looking character. There's an introduction here by David A. Roach. Kind of puts all this stuff together along with several other folks, and then you have forward here, the evolution of Mick McMahon. Like I mentioned, yeah, that's exactly what I said earlier. There was an evolution to him. And this is a really long introduction. Here's your table of contents, but the introduction is actually done, but the forward is actually done by Mick McMahon, and it was really interesting to see the artist's perspective. I would love for him to talk about this book, like just page by page, and if he remembers like the process from script to finished pages. Over here, you're going to see the table of contents. Down at the bottom is where these pages originated from. So this is the Slain Warriors Dawn from the 2000 AD Prague. And you do have some of the covers here, like this is the cover to Slain. And you will see his art evolve. And some of these, much like all the other artist editions, were gifted to different people or they were sold because during this time, I want to say some, if not most of the artists ended up getting their own original artwork. We're going to skip a little bit through here because I know he has some color pages. And Slain is a character that a lot of you introduced me to. Super Laugh Hard sent me some books with Slain, and so many of you said, hey, if you love Conan, you need to check out Slain because he's like this barbarian type of character. And starting, I believe, in January, if I'm not mistaken, 2000 AD is publishing these big collections of his books, so I'm all in. I think there's a hardcover version and then the softcover versions that are coming out. Roadbusters, this is another one that you all told me about if I liked things like Transformers, and then, of course, the ABC Warriors. Roadbusters was another series. I think this one predates the ABC Warriors. This is written by Pat Mills, and, of course, that comes from the 2000 AD comics. Or the Progs, rather. And just looking through here, even though I'm not looking at Judge Dredd, but just seeing the title pages, I'm kind of kind of wanting to get back into Judge Dredd. I've done read-throughs every year. So this year I've done, oh my gosh, there were like 12 books. Next year, yeah, I think I'm going to start that. I think I'm going to start it. So I even said I don't want to wait another year before I do my next overview of these books. Yet here we are. And there we go. There's some of the beautiful colors I was talking about. So you do get the color pages through here. One of the things I kind of wish I had seen here. Whoa, there's some spread pages. There we go. So 2000 AD, Prague 137. And it probably wouldn't take much. But I'm curious when these pages were originally like penciled or published. Like what year. That's the only thing that I would love to see added through here. You know, it's funny because whenever I do overviews of like IDW stuff, it's a lot of the stuff I'm familiar with, but with the Apex editions, the stuff that I've not read, or some stuff that I've read some, but not a lot of. So I always say, you know, make sure that you've read this stuff in case you have. There's some Dredd stuff in here. Judge Dredd, The Return of Rico. So he does make it in here. Cool. But I always tell people, yeah, make sure to read these stories before you come in here, because I don't know if there's going to be spoilers. Now I probably should have warned myself about that. Wow, that is an awesome freaking piece. That's from 1981. And even that piece is so different than his stuff earlier here in Slain. Just the use of blacks and whites right there. It's so awesome. There's some color pieces. So it does look like we got some Dredd in here again. Beautiful. And that's all from the 1981 annual. This book right here has 144 pages here. Let's skip a little bit. Let's see. The Last American. I want to say this was printed here by Marvel Comics, if I'm not mistaken. Their Epic line. Last American 1 cover. Judge Dredd Magazine 241. This is a story. Yeah, I want to say it was printed by Marvel through their Epic line. This is a story by both Alan Grant and John Wagner. Man, the art in this is absolutely stunning. I love the colors and the panel layout. It's so different. I feel like he went through different periods. Like, remember when I said, like, his Judge Dredd, the evolution of his art? This is the stuff that he was doing, oh my gosh, in the 80s. My gosh, that is so awesome. It has that, like, Mike Mignola flair to it a little bit. I don't want to go through each and every single page of that for people to be surprised, but here is a piece from the V&A 2000 AD exhibition art. You see some different characters there, and then a little biography on Mick Mcmahon and the importance of his art to 2000 AD. Now let's look at the binding. 144 pages. It is sewn binding and printed in this really thick matte paper. And this is a perfect example of how it lays over right here. Book is so big, it just lays over nicely so you can see every single piece of art. Especially when there's spread pages, there's no gutter loss or anything. So, wow. It's another beautiful book. And like I said, this is one that has a slipcase, but that one's available only through the web store. And then this one's available everywhere. But that, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing this artist edition, don't forget to check out our sponsors.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code nearmintcondition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. more. And that was the content and page count and build of this Apex edition. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on picking this one up, if you have picked up the Judge Dredd by Mick Mcmahon, or any of the other artist editions, and if you would like to see the Judge Dredd by Brian Bolin Apex edition being reprinted. I'd love to know all those comments down below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. That's it, everyone. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.